Hello Gemini, how are you? Welcome back or welcome to Marion K Tarot. This is going to be your general reading for the month of January 2025. Wow, we made it, Gemini. Woohoo! So this month we are going to be using an oracle card from a compendium of witches. And we are also going to be using the Dragon Tarot. Now this is my OG tarot deck. This was the very first one I ever bought, and this is the actual deck. I know it's a testament to the cardstock how awesome it still looks. It's a wee bit rough around the edges, but well, you know, aren't we all? Okay, Gemini, let's get stuck right in here. Can we have an oracle card, please, for Gemini for January 2025, please? So what have you been up to, Gemini? Where have you been zooming about to? Do tell me in the comments. Let's see. Light. Okay. So these are so lovely, these cards. So light, and it's a lantern. And it looks like it's full of tiny lights. And you know what, Gemini? Yous know I'm slightly biased towards yous, right? Yous have got a special place in my heart. And I think this is literally talking about you and the light that you bring. I know it's a bit of a cliche, right? But the light and the joy that you bring to the world, Gemini. And I know that not everybody necessarily agrees with that. You know, if they've had maybe a misunderstanding with a Gemini, and that's the problem. You know, it's not that it's your fault, it's the fact that other people don't know how to they don't know how to take you, they don't know how to understand you, Gemini. And you're sometimes, you know, you're sometimes played out as the villain of the piece, and you're really not. It's just that people don't understand, you know, because it's like, here's the thing, right? This wee card here that I always have some kind of card to represent the sign that I'm reading for. So this Gemini card, it says curiosity, intellect, and networking, and that's you, Gemini. You know, it's like I find with the Geminis in my life, if I don't know somebody, then I go and speak to one of my Gemini friends and say, do you know somebody who does X, Y, and Z, or would be able to help me with ABC? You know, and right away they're like, oh yeah, I do know somebody, blah blah blah, because these are the communicators of the zodiac. You know, you just know people, and you bring light into a room. And I always say that no party is complete without at least one Gemini, because you really are the life and soul. But what I'm wondering here is the fact that there's all these wee lights within this lantern. Is there an element of you being trapped? This is just coming through to me. Is there an element that some of you might be feeling trapped, as if someone is trying to dim your light, as if your light is not being allowed to shine the way it maybe once did, or the way that you want it to? Is this something that's, you know, really, really difficult for you? You know, it's difficult, and it's because there's this kind of a cloudy shadowiness. It doesn't even feel like darkness, it feels like shadowy stuff, and it feels like over the last wee while, maybe in January, there's going to be an opportunity for you maybe to look at your shadow side. You know, it's entirely up to you, and it's a very personal thing. But it's important, Gemini. It's important that you do this for yourself. So whoever is trying to dull your sparkle, don't let them, Gemini. Please don't, because you're beautiful. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say. The bottom of the deck, we have got the 9 of coins, which is the 9 of pentacles. And put that there, I'll just make sure you can see everything. So because it's always a Gemini that comments that if for any reason there's maybe like a wee bit of a card like out with the camera angle. So, you know, I'm particular about it anyway, but you know. Okay, so what have we got? We have got the 6 of Cups. Then we've got the 5 of Cups. We've got the Queen of Swords, which we love to see. We've got Strength. We've got the 7 of Swords. And we've got the Hanging Dragon. Now, this is like for the Hanged Man, right? But I absolutely love this card, right? Because it's like the dragon's just having a snooze. And it gives the impression that it's having a snooze after its dinner or after a meal. And the meal might have been the knights coming to slay it. And it's just been like, ha ha ha, I'll show you. My opening gambit here with this, what it feels like is there is this feeling of, now feelings, these are 2 Scorpio cards, right? The 6 of Cups and the 5 of Cups, they're cards of Scorpio. And with the 6 coming before the 5, the way this has come out, it feels like it's you've been doing a lot of thinking about the past and how you were and who you were in the past, Gemini, and how you have changed, and also whether or not you're feeling like these changes are for the better. Now, I mean, of course, we all evolve, and you more so than others, you know, you thrive with change. But sometimes it's feeling a little bit like, has this change been forced upon you? You know, have you had any control over it? And, you know, with the 5 of Cups, there's this feeling of regretting the changes that you've made in your life. Now, obviously, this isn't for all of you. This could just be some of you. And it is this, you know, there's just this sense of, have I really done the right thing? You know, did I make the right choices? Did I make the right decisions? And there's this sense of going over choices. You know, did you make the choices in the way that you normally would, or did somebody almost force your hand? Was there almost a kind of a, I'm picking up here in like an emotional blackmailing in some respects, and you didn't really have a choice in the matter? Or you're now realising that you didn't have a choice. At the time, you thought you were making a choice by yourself and on your own with clear thinking. But now it's like, did I really make that choice? Because it feels so, there just feels like so much sadness. There feels like so much sadness within these 2 cards. And it's, yeah, just, that's what I keep getting, you know, this feeling of, just this feeling of sadness. That actually, why? And you're sitting asking yourself why. And then we get into, look, we've got the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords energy here. And she is very much this independent, single thought, single-minded, well, not single-minded, but, you know, very much in control of her life. The Queen of Swords knows who she is. The Queen of Swords brings, she's like the queen who she'll give you the hard truth. Gemini, you know. It's like she's not going to sugarcoat it. She's not going to sugarcoat it like the Queen of Cups would. She's not going to, you know, it's going to be from a place of intellect. And that's a place that you resonate with very much, Gemini, being an air sign and being ruled by Mercury. But there's this feeling that almost you've been hiding for the truth. You've been hiding for the truth of the matter. Whatever that matter is, whatever is coming to mind when I'm speaking to you, Gemini, this is what we're talking about. And it feels like there's a few home truths that you need to acknowledge and you need to, you know, really pay attention to. Are you being allowed to speak your mind? Now, it could also be, right, that there's two cards of Scorpio, there's a Queen of Swords, and it's like you're Gemini, and you have a Scorpio in your life, and everything's wonderful. After a period of sadness, everything is now wonderful because for the first time in your life, you're seeing with clarity, and you're speaking with clarity. After a period of not knowing what to say or how to say things, you now know how to say the things. It could be over the period of January, you know, the month of January, you're really feeling like things are more in control. Your mind is more in control as opposed to this free-falling energy. And where are we going? We're going to strength. Okay, so we've got strength here, and it's so wonderful. We've got a dragon and we have got a lion. It's so pretty. And it's a card de Leo. And we love to see the strength card, particularly that rendition of it. And I think, you know, we've got the Caduceus here, and which isn't always a symbol that you see in the strength card. It's usually the infinity symbol. But I think with the Caduceus here, it's indicating that there's an opportunity to heal. There's an opportunity to heal whatever has been going on. Healing what you've been thinking. You know, because it's like, Caduceus is of course like a sign of like kind of medicine, etc. But it's also a symbol for Mercury, your ruling sign. And I think that that's important. I think that the reason that this card has came out is really there's this sense of reminding you who you are, Gemini. You know, because I think that there's almost been this kind of a, going back to like this light card and what I've seen at the kind of a tail end of that reading with it. It feels very much that for a time you've been suppressed and you've been kept in the dark almost, and we've got strength, and it's like, you know, it's like it's a sign of Leo. Leo's ruled by the sun, you know, and it's bringing this warmth to you, bringing this warmth and this strength and this gentle strength, and the gentle strength that is healing. Because with this Seven of Swords, it's as if for so long somebody has been trying to steal your light. Because there's a level of distrust, perhaps. Is it distrust? Distrust in you? Or they don't trust anybody, so they're putting that distrust on you. And it's almost been abusive. For some of you, it's been abusive. Not all of you, but some of you. But ultimately, we've got this hanging dragon. So it's like, over the course of January, it feels very much that you are going to be able to see things in a different light, Gemini. You're going to be able to look at things differently, from a different perspective, and this perspective has been a long time coming. It almost feels like it's something that you used to be able to do very easily, and now all of a sudden, you know, and then for maybe the last few years or a period of time, you were not able to see it. You were not able to access that part of yourself, but now you are. Maybe it's been the new year has been the catalyst that you need. Maybe it's a conversation with a friend that's brought about this change, or it's just you who has remembered who you are. And you're bringing about these changes now, Gemini, and it's a wonderful thing to see. So continue doing what you're doing. You're on the right track. And I'm wishing you all the best for January. I hope you have a wonderful month. Keep growing, keep developing, and keep questioning, Gemini. Okay? If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the links, etc., is in the description box below the video. And yeah, just you keep doing what you're doing. And I will see you in February, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.